Do you ever find when you watch a 4 to 6 hour drama and you watch that final episode and it just ends just like that? Do you ever get frustrated? Well, this is your chance to have your say. Good morning, good afternoon, or good evening. Well, it's nearly good evening here. You wouldn't think it with this beautiful sunshine. Hello everyone, thank you so much for joining me. My name is Carl, and today's video is called The Final Chat. The reason why it's called The Final Chat, how many times do you watch a 4-part, 6-part, or an 8-part drama? So that is like 4 hours, 6 hours, or even 8 hours. You watch that long drama, you get into it, you get to that final episode, only for the ending to end on a rubbish ending. Well, this video is a chance for you guys out there to share your own thoughts. Now, today's video is going to be on the Channel 5 original drama called The Feud that finished this week. I have actually done a review for The Feud, so if you haven't watched The Feud on Channel 5 yet, please don't watch this video because there will be spoilers. We are going to be talking about the ending. It's not going to be an ending explained because it doesn't need explaining basically, but we will be talking about what happened. So if you haven't watched The Feud yet, switch off and then come back to this video. Thank you. So The Feud finished this week, and this drama made us wait right the way to the end. And when I say made us wait, we wasn't allowed to actually stream this like we are most dramas. So we have to tune in to episodes 1 to 3 the first week, and then 4 to 6 the second week. See, I still can count. Yeah, we were made to wait, and then after the final episode, then you can stream all of the episodes. So they all are available to stream now, but it did make us wait. We got to episode 6 of The Feud, which finished on Wednesday. So the last 5 to 10 minutes of episode 6 of the Channel 5 drama The Feud, we saw that John and Emma went their separate ways. So John was released from prison, Emma was there in the car, and then she basically kicked him out of the car, and then John went his own way while Emma drove off. We also saw Sonia Spence. Now, she was left with the baby. Did John and Sonia get together? We just don't know. It wasn't actually said. And we saw that Nick Hewitt got casted off to hospital. Was he actually found guilty? This was the neighbour across the road with the camera. Was he found guilty? We just don't know because they did not tell us. Watching this drama, the only neighbour that it worked out well for was the other neighbour called Barbara, who was played by, if you can remember, Only Fools and Horses, Tessa Peake Jones. I think it worked out well for her, and she's the only one it did actually work out well for. She was being beaten up by her husband. Her husband passed away. In the series, as it was going on in each episode, it was kind of pointing to the tree out in the back garden because her son went missing, and we got the inkling that her son was buried under the tree. Well, he wasn't, because he showed up at the end. He was also at the beginning, but we didn't actually know that. And he showed up at the end because he bought the neighbour's house to be close to his mum. So I think things worked out quite well for her. Now, that is an ending for her that finished perfectly. But as I just mentioned with John and Sonia and Nick, what happened to these three characters? Now, what I think they do when they film these dramas, now this drama was 6 episodes long, which is 6 hours. I think they film over that and then they have to cut it back by quite a bit, obviously because it's going on TV. I'm not an expert, I don't actually know, but from what I gather from movies, they film a lot more and then cut it down. So if you haven't got the time to actually show what happens, then these directors and producers and writers, please just put them at the end in like writing that Nick went to prison for how long, John and Sonia got together, that sort of thing. Finish it completely. That's all I'm asking. What's your own thoughts on the ending of The Feud? Did you think it finished quite well? Because I was left feeling quite disappointed. As I said, I think it only worked out well for one person. And I felt like I watched 6 hours of this drama, as I do many dramas, and the ending just isn't what it should be, in my personal opinion. If I was taking the time to write a whole complete story and lucky enough to have it published on national TV, I would want to finish that, and I would want people out there not making this video and saying, you know what, that was a bloody good ending. So what's your own thoughts on this? If you've watched the Feud, please do get involved in those comments. We'll have a little chat. Let me know what your own thoughts are on how, if you might agree that it was a good ending, but I personally don't. I think it could have been better. So that is the purpose of this video. That is why I've called it the ending chat. I will do more ending chats if I feel I need to, because I don't want to give anything away when I actually do the review. Thank you so much for taking the time to watch this. Hopefully it's a quick video. If you like this ending chat, please do like it, and don't forget to share and subscribe if you can. Thank you so much, guys, and I will see you in the next video. Keep watching those dramas and movies. Take care. Bye bye.